Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On second down, Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A gain there of 15. Good for a Chiefs first down.
15 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And they'll take this down inside the 35. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's a run with Hunt. And he will have the Chiefs first down. Able to convert a 3rd and short, and they pick up 4.
That's good for
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So Nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next third down situation?
That is hauled in at the 5. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
Now, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, it looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. But that big-time throw, they got a shot now with 1st and goal to end this opening drive with a touchdown.
And this is incomplete, but it looked like that defender got a head start. Let's check the call. So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. To the goal line and in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead.
The score, Chiefs 7, Texans 0.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg, it is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, number 2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
Think back to a couple years ago, he's the 2nd overall pick. He's the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Going into year 2, Mike, I think the expectations were that he was going to blow up onto the scene and be MVP-type quarterback. The team as a whole took a little bit of a step back, and so did CJ. So I think going in, they're motivated. I think they want to recapture a lot of the magic from CJ Stroud's rookie year and now see, okay, in year 3, with the pieces he has around him, they think the sky's the limit.
Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
They'll run straight ahead with Marks, and he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
3rd and 10. On the drop, it's Marks. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down for Houston.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Typically in a third down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. They run on the jet sweep, and they'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and not going to be a lot of gain.
And they'll hold them to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On the give, it's Marks. And he's into the end zone. Woody Marks. Touchdown, Houston.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return is Thornton. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. Start on the ground. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 1. Throwing now, Mahomes. This one is caught by Hollywood Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. First grab of the game for Brown. Good enough for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
The Texans offense ready for their second possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Crowd to throw here on 1st and 10. To the right side, and Kurt's got it. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
It's Nico Collins. That pickup is good for 29 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. As we are ready to get back underway. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stroud. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
At the 14-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
On second down, Stroud. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it will fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And it's going to bring up a third down. Now, Stroud. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And the Texans are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line.
That one, take it in. Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Texans.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans will move out to a 14-7 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. On the return is Thornton. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll manage to pick up about 4. Jalen Mills there in run support.
Yeah, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the Texans' 45-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Throwing is Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
At the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete. That's the tight end, Noah Gray. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's another
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here's Traymon Smith on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Texans offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease. Their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns, but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on first down. They'll start on the ground, and this is Marks. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 4. Here's Stroud. He'll get that into the hands of Woody Marks. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 11 yards on the connection there. It's good for a Texans first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw, it's Stroud. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. To throw is Stroud. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Mike, did you see how hyped the sideline got after that run after catch? I thought the bench was going to run out onto the field to celebrate. He refused to go down on first contact and second contact for that matter.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Stroud. This one is caught by Kirk. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Carry now for Marks. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
At the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down, they need 3. Stroud to throw. Got his man. It's Kirk. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, could be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
2 yards on the pickup.
2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Stroud. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. Throwing is Stroud. Good blocking, and he's in. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Houston. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Nico Remigio to bring it back. Patrick Mahomes will lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14, and they'll begin 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's taken in by Kareem Hunt. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Third down and 9. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. To the outside, catch made by Brown. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. On 4th down, it's Matt Ariza to punt for KC. Jalen Knoll deep for Houston. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll let one go deep for Kirk. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down for Houston.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll go play action with Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. Pushed out to his left. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
This time they stay on the ground. And he works past the 40. Taken down after a gain of 7. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Texans offense and their running back, Woody Marks, heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. There's that man again. Another catch.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Second down and 8. Stroud going to set up to throw. To the left side, and caught by Schultz. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. 11 yards on the pass there. It's good for a Texans first down. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it'll be second down.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
A second down throw for Stroud. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Marks.
He was brought down by Drew Tranquil. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So on fourth down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. Deep to return, it's Nico Remigio. And this is gonna be a beauty. Touchdown at the 2-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
13 yards on the play.
There's a guy, Mike, who just refuses to go down. You'd love to see the old school kind of stiff arm. Get off me. Ability to break these tackles and still pick up big yards.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. And no chance to turn and go. That's one good for just a couple.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. Inside the 40. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It covers 51 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
On first down, it's Mahomes. He's taken down just shy of the 10. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, KC. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Now Butker to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chiefs will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here's Smith to return it. And And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Texans offense and their running back, Woody Marks, heading back onto the field. This one tight throughout, all level at 21, as they'll search for a go-ahead score. On first down, it's Stroud. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On second down, Stroud. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Give to Marks from the gun, and they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
He'll go again with Marks. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense, continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Gain of 8. That's another Texans first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
On the ground, it's Marks. Third down, they need 5. To throw, it's Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
First down.
A gain of 10. Move the sticks again. Another first down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever coming.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
To throw is Stroud. This one caught at the 4.
Stroud's pass complete to Dalton Schultz. A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive, and here's 3rd and 4. Now, Stroud. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Tie game, second half. Mistakes here can really decide the outcome of the game, so it's a really smart play. Nothing's open. Just throw it out of bounds. Live to fight another play.
A 21-yard attempt.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will take a 24-21 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. On the return is Thornton. Crazy. The Chiefs offense. And their running back set to go once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
Mahomes. Left side in the hands of Rice. And will get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Mahomes. On the move left. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the 1st down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
1st down throw, Mahomes. That's caught downfield. It's Kelsey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. from the shotgun. It's Mahomes. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the Texans' 24-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Here in the fourth quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the fourth quarter.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They go play action with Mahomes. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Third down.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack, but there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring them down for a loss.
That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is first and goal.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up first and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Butker now for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs have taken a 4-point advantage.
Chiefs 28, Texans 24.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Here's Smith to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. On the ground, it's Marks to open the drive. And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34, a pickup of 9.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Once again, it's Marks. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signaled he has enough. First down.
It's a gain of 2.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So, from the 36, it is first and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Over the middle, he's got the tight end Schultz. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 11.
11 yards on the connection there. First down for Houston.
First and 10.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a first and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll go right back to Kirk again. It's complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. This duo, dynamite. 18 yards on that connection, and another first.
And the Texans, first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Second and 5. Stroud to throw. To the right side, and Kirk's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got third down coming up. Here's a handoff to Marks. And the Texans going to be set up with first and goal. They're able to convert on that third and 3.
That's another Texans first down.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
Stroud going to tuck this one on his own read. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Now back at the 4 for second and goal. Marks. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4. For the lead, here is third and goal. Now Stroud. And he's in. Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Texans. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The kick is good, and the Texans go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Chiefs 28.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Remigio now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Mahomes finding Rice for the Kansas City 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Now a quick throw taken in by Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up a 14 and a 1st down.
1st down.
You don't want to make a living off of making these kind of throws, Mike. It's one thing to throw into tight coverage, but it's another thing to throw into tight double coverage. And while the quarterback gets away with one here, I don't think you want to make a living doing it.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Mahomes now to throw again. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. That's an incompletion. Noah Gray, the tight end, was the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. Open man, that's the tight end, Gray. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down, KC.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle. He's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown. When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. You're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense, so give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
Now, 2nd and 4. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
Well, it's probably one of the most used cliches in football, but I think this is probably the appropriate use of missed opportunity. I mean, he's open in the end zone. All he has to do now is catch it. So that's a play they're going to look back on at the end of this game and say, man.
Good blocking, and he's in. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs have taken a 4-point advantage.
Texans 31.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back, Woody Marks, heading back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Here's 1st down. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Gain of 12 yards.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. To the left side. And caught by Schultz. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up. To throw is Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Going to set up to throw.
Stroud's pass complete to number 81, Jaden Higgins. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. To throw, it's Stroud. Open man, that's Collins. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 10 yards.
Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one.
10 at the 38-yard line.
now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Stroud. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
1st down, Texans.
Here's Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here. And it comes with 36 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
2nd and a yard at the 17-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's taken in by Marks. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And this is going to be a touchdown! What a finish! They win it on the final play! So it's a win for the visiting Texans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, good night from Kansas City.